Despite sending 25 people to the emergency room, including some young children, a Stoughton restaurant that served contaminated food will not receive citations from the health department. WMTV's Marcus Arsvold stopped by Famous Yeti's Pizza in Stoughton to see if the owner would talk on camera. Marcus, he wasn't there, but did share a statement online.
Famous Yeti's pizza owner, Cale Ryan, took responsibility for the mistake, apologized to his customers, and says it won't happen again. You might remember we covered this story last week. Public Health Madison and Dane County tracked a series of sicknesses to Famous Yetis after more than 25 people went to the emergency room for experiencing paranoia, nausea, and short-term memory distortion. PHMDC found out Yeti's Pizza had accidentally used THC oil from a shared kitchen space to make their dough, which then caused the health concerns for customers.
The disorientation factor of experiencing some of those impacts and not knowing what caused it, I think that's where, there's a certain amount of concern.
PHMDC can't issue a citation because there are no regulation requirements for hemp plant-based products. PHMDC put out a questionnaire for anyone who ate at Famous Yeti's and experienced those health concerns. You can fill that form out at PHMDC's website. Live in the studio, Marcus Arsvold, WMTV 15 News.